Hello. Oh. Oops. I had mic monitoring turned on there. Whoops. Okay. I should be I should be set up now. Hello. Hi. Hi. How is the music volume? Should I raise it? Should I lower it? I just want to know how that is. Hi Suku. Hi Claude. It's good? Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I'm always conscious about the audio because I don't want to turn the stream on. Like I don't want to turn the stream audio on and have it be weird, so I'm glad to hear. Hi. Okay. I want to see how is YouTube looking. Okay. I think I fixed YouTube. I think I did. I don't remember. Hold on. Did I fix YouTube? I might. Okay. I might have to I think YouTube is okay for now. I wish I could figure out YouTube because like I know my stream looks better on Twitch. I think I got it close on YouTube. I might just need to change the bitrate and make it just a little bit higher. OMG, what are you expected to be streaming on multiple platforms? I can't believe it's been like a year since I built this PC. I have a 9800 X3D with a 7900 XTX. I have a Tomahawk motherboard. I can't remember which motherboard it was. I had whatever MSI motherboard it is, I think. And then I have 64 gigabytes of RAM. You said you had a thing where you could play songs on stream, but it won't appear in the VOD. Have you gotten it set up? Not yet. Since I went on this trip, I kind of just like put everything on hold. So I haven't set it up yet, but I will look at it tonight when I'm done streaming, because I would like to get it set up for the Christmas stream. So yes, it's not ready just yet, but it's like I will look at it. I promise. I promise. But yes, I will have that set up at some point. Yeah, Christmas is 2 days from now. I can't believe it. Christmas is really soon. Okay, let me see. Let me grab the questions. Oh, I know I talked about it on like TikTok and stuff like that too. But yeah, I finally had an art tag set up. Everyone, like, it was a resounding Cephalo art as the art tag, so I decided to use that. I am also streaming on Christmas. Yes, I haven't decided when. I want it to be earlier than my usual stream time, but I haven't decided when. I was thinking 5 p.m. maybe even 4 p.m. EST, but I haven't decided yet. But I'm not too sure just yet. But yes, I would like to. I just haven't decided if I'm streaming tomorrow as well. I might stream tomorrow. To make up for last week for not streaming, I might stream like the next 3 days. But yeah, I am planning on streaming on Christmas as well. Yes. Okay. Let me grab some of these images. Let's see. Oh, Suku, I know you sent me this stuff on, let me look at it real quick. I know you sent me the VTube Studio stuff. I believe I own VTube Studio itself, but I don't think I have the multiplayer thing. So I'll buy the multiplayer thing. I think that's the thing that I don't have, is that. But I do have regular, just like VTube Studio. So I'll make sure to buy that. Okay, let me get some of the questions. Yeah. Yes. I will make sure that I buy that as well. Because I just didn't know if it was like, if I just had to have VTube Studio, or if I also had to have VTube Studio plus the multiplayer DLC. So yeah, I'll make sure I buy that. Okay. Let me grab some of these. I don't know how I want to do the Q&A thing, because not that it's bad or anything, like not that it was like, it was just that like with so many people like typing, like the same people typing over and over, I don't know if I want to pull just the single screenshot up and just go down the list, or if I want to like crop the individual questions and then put those up and then like just go through each individual question. But I guess I can start with this one. We'll cross that bridge when I get to it. It's fine. I'll crop these for now. Yeah. Showcase. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Image. Okay. 'Cause, yeah. Okay. 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 Yay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go down the list of the questions that I got. Okay. So the first question that I got was, what/who made you want to be a VTuber? And what, if any, would you like to collab with the most? So what got me into being a VTuber is I've been a VTuber fan for a very long time. I started watching like a typical like HoloLive and stuff like that many years ago. Gosh, it's crazy to say, but probably since 2019. I had just casually been watching VTubers, and it's crazy to say 2019 now because that was so long ago. But yeah, I'd been watching VTubers for a very long time, whether it would have been like a corporate VTuber or whether it had been an indie VTuber. I had just been watching VTubers, just a multitude of different VTubers for a very long time now. So just kind of seeing that made me want to become a VTuber. I wanted to get into VTubing sooner, but I didn't really have I didn't have a solidified idea. Like I don't know if I've talked about it before. It's not necessarily a secret that I've attempted VTubing before, but I was just never really satisfied with like my ideas. And I guess, as they say, like third time's a charm. And I finally settled upon this, settled upon like this design. And even though it's taken me a few years to get here, I'm a lot more happy with where I'm at now, with like the ideas of what I want to do and where I want to go with this type of like VTubing, or like where I want to go with this VTuber and like the type of content and stuff like that. Like I feel like I'm a lot more motivated after having those first few failures, because I think that's the biggest thing to learn when like VTubing or content creation in general is it's not about like how do I word this? It's pretty much like it's not how many times you fail, it's just being able to get back up and just continuing to like try new ideas. Yeah, trial and error pretty much. Yeah, trial and error is a good way to put it, because yeah, like I said, I tried to become a VTuber a few years ago, and I didn't have the motivation, and I didn't have like the mindset that I do now with it, where I'm a lot more happy with where I'm at now with my mindset towards content creation. So it's like third time's the charm, but also I'm the most satisfied with where I'm at with it now. So just in general, just to answer for like the what or who, I think just me getting into VTubers in general really just kind of like pushed me to do it, because I have always enjoyed streaming and content creation. So that really kind of just that whole general aspect, because I mean, I wouldn't say I'm an iPad kid, but I've been watching YouTube and YouTubers and Twitch streams and all that for a good portion of my life, which is also kind of crazy to say. So just kind of seeing other people and how much fun they have doing that type of stuff really motivated me to like sit down and be like, okay, I want to be a VTuber, I want to do content, I want to stream, and I just want to have fun with it, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Collaboration wise, I don't know. That's a difficult question for me to answer, because there's no set person that I'm like, oh, I want to immediately go and collab with this person, because there's so many large and small VTubers that are just so cool to me that I wouldn't have like a specific person. I think maybe if I were to be like, oh, it would be cool to be in a video or something, would either be someone like maybe Maxor or the Russian Badger. like I think those types of content creators would be really cool, especially since they've been working with VTubers a lot more now. So Maxor or the Russian Badger or anyone just related to that, since that's the type of content I like to watch, would be really, really cool to collab with. Gosh, I mean, Vinny from Vine Sauce. I'm trying to think who else. Not that I want to specifically collab with these, like off the top of my head, like not that I don't want to collab with these people. I just don't want to feel like, how do I explain it? I don't want to feel like I'm just there just to be like, I don't want to use the word clout chasing. I don't want to be, oh, I'm just there to like clout chase or whatever. Like, I want to be able to form genuine friendships with these people, just because they have such cool content that I enjoy and that I would like to be part of at some point. But gosh, I mean, there's so many people that I watch on YouTube. I'd have to sit down and be like, yeah, this would be cool to collab with this person or this VTuber. There's just a lot of different people that I watch and enjoy. iPad cephalopod. I grew up on the internet effectively, so I've been around the block to put it in some way, shape, or form. So while I'm not necessarily an iPad kid, because I'm much older than being an iPad kid, I've been on the internet for a while, to put it in a certain way, I guess. Chronically online. To an extent, I need to be more chronically online so I can like post more on Twitter and stuff like that, and like more on TikTok and YouTube and all that stuff, but I'm not too bad about being chronically online. It's just that because I like, okay, if I were to quit my job, like let's say content creation gets to a point where I can just quit my job, like I make enough money off of it where I can just quit my job and go full time. Yes, I feel like I would be chronically online. I mean, you'd have to be, obviously, but I feel like I'd be chronically online if I were to like go full time with it. But that's something that I'm dreaming of, but at the same time I know it's like it's like I said before, I will cross that bridge when I get there. Like if I become a full-time streamer and content creator, I think that'd be really cool. I can, you know, quit my job and then, you know, dedicate full-time to streaming and stuff. But that is something that if or when it happens, might take years. So yeah, Markiplier is the most chronically offline person ever, but has such content. I don't know how he does it. I mean, Markiplier, I love Markiplier. And stuff like that for Markiplier is honestly, he's just been around for so long that it's just natural for him, which is really cool. But I also think it's his personality too. Like Markiplier seems like such a laid back, but also just a genuine person, which is really cool to see. So yeah, he seems like the most chronically offline person, just because like, yeah, man, his personality is just, he's very laid back. He's very humble from what I've seen, and he's a very cool person. Okay, so for this one, for the next one, I'm gonna go down the list for this one. Actually, no, I can make this individual, can't I? Yeah, I could. Okay, hold on. Let me chop these comments up into individual comments. Okay, one thing I realized is I don't know if these songs are or are not copyrighted with Christmas songs, so I don't know if the VOD is going to be muted or not, because I just realized I'm listening to Christmas songs, but I don't know if it's going to be if it's gonna get copyright striked or not. Okay, well, it's fine. If if the Twitch VOD dies, it's fine because I have the YouTube VOD, so I'm okay. If Twitch gets muted for whatever reason, it's okay because YouTube would just say, oh, it's copyrighted, but you don't get a strike or anything. So okay. Oh, actually, okay. I'm not gonna answer this question on stream. There's a few questions that I saw that I'm like, I'm going to avoid these questions because those are just, I don't know. I don't feel like these are relevant to the stream. I'll still try and answer as many as I can, but comment sushi? I'm sorry, I'm unfamiliar as to what that'd be referring to. Okay, let me change the next question. Oh, of course, this is what I have next. Okay. Is Claude your friend? Claude, are you my friend? I have to consult Claude. Claude, what do you think? Apparently, I'm being asked. Okay, next question. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Next question. Who knows? Okay, alright. I have a question. So did your parents support you? Yeah, my parents are actually quite supportive. I mean, I would like to think that I am at least a somewhat functioning member of society. Like I contribute like 0.1% to society because I have a job, but that's not to obviously say that content creation and all that does not contribute at all. But at least my parents, like, they don't view content creation, like with me doing content creation, as like a bad thing because I know I have a job. However, I don't think they would be against me doing content creation as a job as long as I as long as I had a steady income, or like a source of income. I don't think they would be too upset about it because, like I said before, I've tried doing this multiple times, and I did try and do this full time many years ago, and I mean they were never against it. Yeah, I got it. They were never against me doing content creation, but since I have an actual job, I feel like if I were to transition into actually doing content creation, as long as I had some form of income from it, I don't think they would mind. I mean, I've tried explaining what a VTuber is to them. Obviously, I don't think they really know, which is perfectly fine. They just support me where it's like, as long as I'm happy, they're happy. So yeah, I don't have an issue with like my parents being like, oh, you know, it's like, because I just do this on my free time. I just do this as a hobby. And it's like, would I like to do VTubing as full-time? Yeah, sure. But I'm in no rush to making it as full-time as a VTuber because I'm perfectly content where I'm at. It would be cool. I would like to at some point, but I'm in no hurry to be like, oh yeah, I'm quitting my job and I'm putting all this into, you know. But no, my parents are supportive of me. I mean, I've traveled to Japan so many times. Like if I do like a room tour or like a picture of my room at some point, I have so much just like anime figures, plushies. Like my room is probably as weird as it can get. Like bunch of manga, bunch of just miscellaneous anime related things. So it's like my room is as weird as it can get, and I've had no complaints with my parents. So yeah, my parents are supportive. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do these as since this actually let me or since this actually shows like per person, I'm just gonna grab this image next rather than putting it into multiple pieces. Let me grab it. My top 3 anime. Okay, top 3 anime would be Land of the Lustrous or Hoseki no Kuni. I have finished the manga and I have also watched the anime, and the anime is gorgeous. It is a 3D anime. It's probably one of my favorites because it is the single time 3D animation has actually looked phenomenal. So Land of the Lustrous or Hoseki no Kuni is probably my number 1, or it's like probably in my top 3 in no particular order. My second one would be One Piece. I was not heavily into One Piece as I was now a year ago. I just never really got into One Piece, and then the live action for One Piece came out, and it was surprisingly a lot better than I expected it to be, having not really been into One Piece before. So I watched the live action and was like, wow, this is actually pretty solid. So then I started, I like I had a dream about it. I had a dream about going to the Grand Line. Like, I had a dream where I was Luffy, and I was like, I'm going to the Grand Line. And then I woke up as soon as I was going to the Grand Line, and I text my friend and I'm like, dude, I had a dream where I was going to the Grand Line. I guess I need to start watching the anime / reading the manga. And he's like, well, I guess you do. And yeah, I did. I started watching it. I'm currently at Whole Cake Island. I am about to finish Whole Cake Island. I'm a few episodes off from finishing Whole Cake Island. I'm not watching I'm not watching One Piece the traditional way. I'm not watching 1,000 episodes. I apologize. I'm watching it through One Piece, which for some reason is controversial in the community for some people, where if you don't watch the original anime, which is like 50% filler, they get upset. And it's like, no man, I'm just watching it through One Piece. I watch it through One Piece, and One Piece has been phenomenal. I truly understand why One Piece is as good as it is, or like why it's considered as good as it is, having now seen the anime, because man, like I said, I was not super into One Piece whatsoever for the longest time, and then after the live action, when I started watching it, I was like, oh, I get it. I'm like, I get it now. I understand. So that's definitely a top 3 for me. One Piece is definitely a top 3 for me. And then what would be, I'm trying to think what a third one would be. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Dude, yes, I'm so looking forward to season 2. Smoker looks so good. I am so excited. Smoker looks phenomenal. I'm so excited. Laboon looks amazing. I think they showed Vivi. Vivi looks amazing. Avita. Avita, dude. Avita's voice. Avita's actress, who was portraying, who did Avita in season 1, was like, hey, let me lose weight. It literally like how Avita did, and if you let me keep the casting, and she did it, and she looks so good, dude. Like, it's so awesome. She's committed to the character, and she looks fantastic. She looks beautiful. I mean, the casting, yeah, the casting is the casting is amazing. I don't think I would want anyone else in terms of casting. I can't think of anyone else who's portrayed these characters better. Like, everyone has just portrayed their character perfectly. It's phenomenal. I'm so excited to see Bon Clay and Ivanka. I forget how you pronounce his name. Yes, I am as well. I'm looking forward to seeing them as well. Dude, I can't wait for Annie's lobby in Water 7. I am a huge, my favorite characters in One Piece are Frankie and Brooke. So I am so excited for when they get to Water 7 and Annie's lobby. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for meeting Frankie. I love Frankie. Frankie's my guy. I love Frankie. Frankie's my guy. He is so cool. I love how Frankie is portrayed as fans in the show when like there's moments that are super emotional and the other characters aren't reacting to it and Frankie's just sitting there crying. Like, dude, Frankie is the self-insert of fans and I love it so much, man. Frankie is so good. I love Frankie. Brooke as well. Brooke is just such a good Brooke is such a good character. Brooke, I also love Brooke as well. Brooke is an amazing character. I mean, I love all of the Straw Hats. I mean, Jinbei is also fantastic. Sanji, Chopper, Luffy, Nami, Robin. Like, they're all so good. Like, I love the Straw Hats in general, but Brooke and Frankie are just, they're up there for me. I know. Oh my God, Brooke and Laboon. I know. And we're gonna see him in season 2, and I'm gonna cry. Oh man, especially since I'm as far as I am now. Like, I'm so close to Wano and Egghead, and I'm like, just meeting Brooke back in Thriller Bark and like his whole backstory with Laboon, which, by the way, I absolutely love how good Oda is with world building and storytelling. How he set Laboon up so long ago, where when we first go to the Grand Line, we meet Laboon and then we think nothing about it, and then like 20 arcs later, well, not 20 arcs, probably like 10 arcs later or so, we're introduced to Brooke, and Brooke knew Laboon, and it's like, oh my God, dude, no, you're pulling at my heart right now, dude. If the live action gets that far, if the live action gets up to Water 7, Enies Lobby, etc., like if we get into the much later seasons, I'm gonna cry again. I'm gonna cry when we get to Enies Lobby. The Robin moment, I don't think I can not sob at Robin saying she wants to live. That is such a, it's so good. And then my other absolute favorite moments in this show is of course Luffy punching the celestial dragon in Sabaody Archipelago, I believe is the arc. Like, Luffy stands on business and it's beautiful. Luffy stands up for his friends and for his crew and all that, and it's so good. Luffy is just a fantastic character. He's goofy at times, but when he locks in, dude, he is scary. Luffy just does whatever he wants, but it always works out in the end, which is great. I heard season 1 of One Piece is ending soon. Season 1? I assume that's a joke, Claude, because that has to be a joke because we're on like season 20 right now. What do you mean? Wait, okay. Okay, like, are we talking like the remake of season 1? Because if we're talking the remake, okay, I can understand that. If we're talking like the remake. Oh, you mean as in like the entirety of One Piece and then we're gonna be getting even more One Piece after? That would be crazy. Yes, I cried the entirety of the arc with Doflamingo. Dude, Luffy going Gear 4. Gear 4 is my favorite. Like, I know we have Gear 5 and everything coming up, at least for me, because I haven't seen too much as because like I said, I'm at Whole Cake, but I know Gear 5 is coming up in Wano and all that. But like, man, Gear 4 is so cool. I like Gear 4 a lot. I still think the coolest gear is Gear 2, in terms of like how it happens. I mean, I'm just a sucker for Enies Lobby. Like, Enies Lobby's Water 7, Enies Lobby's up there is probably one of like the best arc for me in One Piece. Alabasta's up there as well too. Alabasta's just a fantastic arc. I believe that, but Oda has been saying that for years. Yeah, I mean, I don't think One Piece is ending anytime soon. I know that the manga is up to Elbaf right now, but I don't think One Piece is ending soon. Like there's still so much to go with One Piece. I still say we probably have another 5 to 10 years minimum before One Piece actually ends. Fishman Island is so good as well too. Fishman Island is awesome. Okay, wait, let me. Okay, I'll get your questions pulled up here real quick, but I'm gonna ramble about One Piece for a second. Let me get the arcs pulled up here. Okay, so looking at the arcs, some of my favorite arcs have to be okay. Some of my favorite arcs have to be okay, all right. I know my friend says that for a lot of people, Along Park is the arc that kind of like makes or breaks for people, as to like if they're gonna continue watching One Piece or not. And while I thought Along Park was obviously phenomenal for what it was with Nami's backstory and everything, the arc that made me stick, because I mean I had already told my friend I was gonna watch it all the way through either way, but the arc that really sucked me in was Alabasta. Alabasta, like, okay, Logtown and everything before, of course, Romance Dawn, Orange Town, Syrup Village, Berati, Along Park, Logtown, all beautiful arcs, but Alabasta is what really hooked me on One Piece. Alabasta was so good. Drum Island and Alabasta made me cry, especially with Chopper joining the crew. Alabasta has to be up there as like that was the arc for me where I was like, yeah, this is like Alabasta is just crazy good. Skypiea as well. I know people skip Jaya, not skip Jaya, like they skip over Jaya in the sense of like, yeah, Jaya doesn't have that much impact, but the lore in Jaya going into Skypiea is crazy. So I really enjoyed Jaya, but Skypiea is so good. Skypiea is one of my favorites as well. Of course, right after Skypiea, we go into Water 7 and Innie's Lobby. Beautiful arc. Gosh, there's just so much. It's so fun. It's so fun. Okay. I'll say yes, Suku. Your questions. Okay. What is your zodiac sign and MBTI personality type? My zodiac sign is, let's see, I don't even, hold on. Without getting into specifics, it's Leo, I believe. Leo is my zodiac sign. I don't know what my MBTI is. I haven't taken the test or anything for that. I mean, I know I'm familiar with the concept of it, but I just haven't taken the test for it. What is the best sea creature? Jellyfish is the only right answer. Definitely not jellyfish. The best sea creature. I mean, jellyfish are up there. Jellyfish are really cool. I mean, of course, I would be biased and be like, oh, octopus and coconut octopuses and everything. Those are pretty cool, of course, because I'm gonna be biased. But I think my favorite sea creature, even more so than an octopus, would have to be a sea snail. I really like sea snails. Sea snails are so cool to me. Sea snails are just like some of the coolest designs I think I've seen in terms of like an aquatic creature. Sea snails are definitely up there as some of my favorite as well. But I mean, yeah, I like squids, octopus, jellyfish. Probably my number one would be sea snails. Just I just love how vibrant, how colorful sea snails are. Beautiful designs. What streamers do you look up to? Can I count Maxor as a streamer? No, not really. 'Cause I don't think Maxor streams. Gosh. Favorite streamers. I mean, who? Because I'm just trying to think of like who I like watching outside. Like Vidal. I like watching Vidal. Kumi. Miki. Miki just came back. Miki's another cool VTuber. That I like watching. I don't know. I honestly, for me, with VTubers and like streamers and stuff like that, outside of the VTubing realm, probably like Summit 1G, Queso, just those types of streamers, just like FPS streamers, and I really liked Summit 1G's what was that arc that he was on? What's that game he was playing? The pirate game. What's that pirate game called? Oh, Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. Yeah. I Summit 1G Sea of Thieves arc was awesome. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, Sea of Thieves. His Sea of Thieves arc was awesome. Germa 985. Germa 985, absolute classic answer because I like watching Germa. I think out of all the streamers, I would say I probably have the most time watching Germa. I think would be up there as in terms of just like VODs, or in terms of just like view times and stuff like that. My friend and I really like watching Germa. Doug, Parkser, probably those types of streamers is really who I like or look up to. Why did you become a VTuber? I know I talked a little bit about it before, but yeah, it really was just because I kept failing at it a few times, but I knew if I was persistent enough, I could like if I was persistent enough, and if I was able to like sit down and motivate myself to VTube, then I know that I can actually sit down and do it. But yeah, just being a longtime fan of VTubers, I finally decided to as the kids say, lock in and become a VTuber. Yes, Claude, I see your question. Let me grab the questions. Okay. Okay. Next questions. Okay. What are the next questions? What do we got here? Okay. Favorite story of all time? What are some of your hobbies? If you're not a cephalopod, what would you be? Okay. Favorite story of all time. Now, are we talking video game or literature, or like are we talking anime related, like Japanese, manga? Are we talking more like just regular like novels in general, like sci-fi? Just like regular novels, or what any in general? Any in general? I'm trying to think. There was, I mean, I could just say an easy answer like, oh, Hoseki no Kuni, but in terms of actual literature, I would say, let me see. Let me see if I can find this one real quick. The 3 Body Problem is pretty up there. That one's a really good book. Because I like reading novels and all that from just a bunch of different like countries and genres and stuff. So probably the 3 Body Problem is up there as probably one of my favorites. It's a really good read. There's 3 books in this series, but 3 Body Problem is a really interesting and philosophical read, so I really enjoyed it. It was a really good read. I'm trying to think of what else. Let me look at my books above me. Manga wise, I would say probably some of my favorites are Girls Last Tour, Kimono Friends, I mean, Laid Back Camp is pretty up there. Oh, Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoru. That one, it would be a hard tie between Girls Last Tour and Miss Nagatoru, please, or Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoru. Because Girls Last Tour, I've read all of, and I cried at the end. It's a really good manga, so that's up there as probably one of my favorites as well. And then the other one, which is Don't Bully Me, Miss Nagatoru, or Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoru. I read all of that as well. That's also another really cute one that I read. I'm a very big fan of like slice of life stuff, so that one's up there. Nichijou is also amazing. As a manga daio, another fantastic story. What are some of your hobbies? I mean, aside from VTubing, I would say some of my hobbies are traveling. I like to travel a lot. I enjoy going to like conventions and traveling. I think that's always pretty fun. I would say my biggest hobby is traveling. Photography. I used to do photography for quite a while. Not as much anymore, but photography is also pretty enjoyable. But I would say my main hobby is just traveling. I really enjoy traveling. I like going to new places, and whether it be domestically or international or whatever, I just enjoy traveling. If you were not a cephalopod, what would you be? See, that's a difficult question for me, because before I settled on this, I did have a few ideas previously. So one would have been a bat. I can't remember the species of bat, but if I was not a cephalopod, I would have been like a bat humanoid boy thing. Another one, that's another idea that I have had, would have also been is it pangolin? I believe is the name of it. Pangolin. It's kind of like an armadillo, where it has an armored back, or like a hardened back. The only difference is I don't believe the pangolins like curl up and stuff like that, but they're kind of similar to either a bearded dragon or an armadillo, with just having hardened scales on their backs. Yeah, okay. That answers that question. But if I wasn't a cephalopod, I don't know. I have a few ideas. Like I said, maybe it would have just been some sort of like humanoid creature. But yeah, if I wasn't a cephalopod, I would have been probably one of those. Okay. Take a drink real quick. Okay. Sorry. Just taking a quick drink. Okay. Next questions are... Where are the questions? They're there. Okay. It's covering my face. Okay. Next question. How long have you been streaming and who made your model? Okay, so how long have I been streaming? As Seth, or you know, at currently, it's going on a month now, right? I mean, I can just look at my YouTube channel and answer that question. I have been streaming since about 3 weeks ago, so about a month. As Seth, of course. If we're talking in general, on and off a few years, but nothing to the same extent as to where I'm at now. So currently 3 weeks. About 3 weeks, which I think is pretty solid. I've had a lot of like, how do I say this without like, I don't want to sound braggadocious or like egotistical or anything, but it's just like I've had a lot of positive reception, and I've had a lot of like support and encouragement from everyone, and it means a lot to me. Like I said, this is like, you know, third time's the charm, but it's doing a lot better than I thought it would. So it just means a lot to me to see that people actually care and come to the streams and talk to me and stuff like that. It means a lot to me. It's really nice. But I'm very glad to see that the content has been doing well. I'm almost at 100 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. Within 3 weeks, I would never have expected that. I do know I need to start posting long form content as well, which it's just been a mixture of feeling exhausted after work and just focusing on editing shorts. But I will post long form before the end of the year. I'm either going to put something up on Christmas Day or on January 1st or December 31st, whichever comes first, like whenever I get done with it. But I do need to start posting long form content. But yeah, it's been doing a lot better than I thought it would have. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm close to 100 subs on YouTube, which is amazing. My TikTok is also popping off a little bit as well, which I'm always appreciative of. Like, yeah, it just means a lot to me. From starting from literally zero, from literally being a nobody, and just putting myself out there to where I'm at now 3 weeks later, it's been amazing. The support that I've received has been fantastic, and I wouldn't want it any other way. Like this, it means a lot to me. March 13th, 2026. You'll randomly blow up, streaming wise or literally. I'm hoping streaming wise. I do not want to just spontaneously combust. I do not want to just go kaboom. Claude, that honestly though, Claude, I think that would be funny is if you call that, like, if in March I just randomly, like, well, okay, if I explode streaming wise, I do not want to literally explode. I would like to explode streaming wise, but I would not like to just randomly kaboom. Who made your model? I have it's in my credits. It should be on my Twitter and also on my Twitch page. But the very, very lovely Russ Art, or Russ, is who made my model. I have all my credits. I try and credit everyone for everything they've done. So all my credits are down there, and that who has made my model. I'm betting on it too. It's for me to explode, right? Not in a good way, right? Not the harmful kind. The okay. Moving on. I don't want to explode. 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 Please. I want to explode streaming wise. I don't want to explode physically. Please. Please. Okay. Next question. What are your streamer goals for 2026? It's not stream oriented, but I would say putting out more long form content would be nice. I do enjoy my like doing streams and doing like I enjoy streaming and I enjoy the shorts as well, but putting out more long form content is definitely one of my higher goals. I think other goals that I have is this year, whether it be at Off-Kai or some other convention, I would like to do a stream where someone walks around with like a tablet or an iPad or something and takes me around a convention. I would really like to do that. I would like to be taken around a convention on like an iPad tablet thing. My goals are honestly just to continue my trajectory right now, which is just continuing to make shorts and continuing to post. I think that's about it. I'm just trying to continue to improve my streams, my editing, stuff like that. When face reveal, never. This is what I look like. I promise this is what I look like. There will never be a face reveal because I just look like a cephalopod. That's it. But I think my overall goals are just trying to steadily improve myself, improve how fast I edit videos, improve long form content, maybe even get a new model, maybe try and improve upon this model and get something new and better. I don't know. It's literally just whatever the future holds. I just know I want to continue my upward trajectory. Okay. What hidden talents do you have? My hidden talent would be, it's not really a hidden talent, it's just something you can only really see in person, ironically. I'm double jointed on my right hand, so I can push my thumb behind my knuckles. It sounds really weird, it looks really weird, but I can put my thumb behind my knuckles and it's really freaky looking. So I guess that's my hidden talent, I suppose. Has VTubering changed your life in any way? It's made me a lot more motivated on content creation because there are days where I feel really lazy and I don't want to be productive, but then I tell myself that I need to sit down and do this no matter what, because the only person that can really decide my consistency is myself. So VTubing has made me a lot more productive. VTubing has made me sit down and be like, okay, I'm the only person that can change my own outcome on if I succeed or not in VTubing. So yes, for better, VTubing has changed my life in a good way. It's made me a lot more motivated and a lot more productive. Cat ears trust? No cat ears. What do you know about VTubing you wish you knew when you first started? That's a good question. That's a really good question, actually. I think my biggest takeaway, what I knew at the beginning compared to now, is it's okay to fail. I think that's the biggest thing. I think the biggest thing is it's okay to fail. And I think that's true for a lot of things. Because like I talked about before, I've tried VTubing a few times before and it never worked out. So I think just if I would have known in the beginning that it's okay to fail is probably what I would just say to anyone who has like anyone who's like, yeah, I don't think VTubing's for me. I would just say that, yeah. And the thing about VTubing and like content creation stuff like that is content creation is all free. You can just sit down and edit videos and just do content creation for free. In the sense of just like having ideas, streaming, posting, stuff like that. So just getting out there and actually doing it is probably what I would have told myself in the beginning. But I think that, yeah, I think the biggest thing I wish I knew when I started was just it's okay to fail and to just never give up, to just keep trying, that it's okay to fail and that if you keep going you can succeed. Why did OBS not OBS, why did Stream Elements not like that YouTube emote? Okay, Stream Elements, thank you. That's funny. Do you have pets? Yes, I do have pets. I have 3 dogs and 5 cats. They're all my parents. They're not mine, but yes, we do have pets. I do also have 2 birds. I have 2 African greys. Oh no, Suku. I saw the emotes on my side. It's just that for some reason the chat thingy just didn't like the emotes. My favorite game? I mean, currently my favorite game would be Megabank. I'm really into Megabank. I really been enjoying Megabank. So probably currently Megabank. Do you have lore? Not necessarily. I would like to maybe have lore, like if I get a new model, maybe have like a little lore debut thingy majiggy, but I don't currently have lore, but it's something I will definitely explore in the future. Who edits your shorts? Myself. I'm a one-man show. I do all the editing and all this stuff by myself, mainly because I don't feel like I'm at that point where I feel like I need to pay someone else to do my editing. I definitely need to consult a few people as to like where I can go with my content and like making my content more, I don't know, how do I even explain this? It's like people that know what they're doing when uploading content and who have consistently gotten like really good viewership are the people that I need to reach out to and ask them for advice as to like where to take my content and like have higher reach and better reach. But currently it's just me who edits my shorts. I'm the only one who edits it, so okay. What other questions do we have? Was that it for the... I think that was it for the Q&A. Yeah, I think that's all the questions. But of course, I mean, if you guys have questions, you can also just ask me in chat as well. But yeah, that is the Q&A for that portion, at least for the Q&A for that. Do I have a favorite Pokemon? What would my favorite Pokemon be? Honestly, Warlord. Warlord would probably be my favorite Pokemon, just because I love just how absurdly large Warlord is. It's really funny to me. When do you consider playing Persona 5 Royal? I'm not sure yet. I will play it, as I would like to play it, but I'm not too sure just yet. I still don't remember how to pronounce it. Is it Claude Sire or Claude Sire? Sire? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Let me look it up. What does it look like? Oh, that's right. It's this guy. That's the one that comes from the Whooper. The Whooper. That's what it is. The Whoopie Whooper. But yeah, my favorite Pokemon would probably be Warlord, just because, like I said, it's so funny looking. When plushie, Claude, when I get enough money to be able to fund something like that, like if Makeship reaches out to me, or if anyone who makes plushies reaches out to me, which can be done either via Discord, my DMs, my email, whatever. If someone reaches out to me and wants to make plushies, I would be more than happy to pursue something like that. But at the current moment, I unfortunately do not know anyone who does plushies, and I unfortunately do not have the money to be able to fund a project like that. Because unfortunately, I don't think I would. Not that I would make plushies for any sort of return of investment, but I do not think I would sell enough plushies for it to be like profitable or anything. But if I get large enough, Claude, I would like to. It's on my list. I would definitely like to. I would definitely like to get a plushie at some point. Trust me, Claude. I know. I know, Claude. I know. I want a plushie as well. I'm making my own stuff. I mean, if you would like to, sure. I'm not gonna stop you or anything. If you'd like to make your own, by all means. The only thing I ask is if you make your own, either make multiple or put it in my art tag or something, or like tag me in it so I can see it. I don't know, maybe I'll send you a PO box so you can ship it to me or something if you make multiple. When you do get it to the point, I know a few people. Yeah, Suku, I would like to get to that point. Don't get me wrong. It is a goal for me for sure. That would, I guess that's another 2026 goal, is getting a plushie. I think that would be cool. It's just the cost of it, unfortunately. Yes, I do want one. How can I be a VTuber and not want my own merch? Of course I want my own merch. I'll get you there, Twin, don't worry. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to stream on TikTok, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I haven't streamed on TikTok, but the hassle that I've heard that it takes to stream on TikTok, as well as just I don't know if I'll stream on TikTok. I think YouTube and Twitch is good enough for me right now, but maybe I will do like TikTok specific streams. Like I'll only do like I won't stream on other platforms. I'll do like TikTok streams every so often of just like random things. But I don't think I would put TikTok in my like rotation of platforms that I stream with, or like prioritize TikTok streaming wise. I will have to check it out though. I do have to check out Twitch streaming because, sorry, not Twitch, TikTok streaming, because TikTok keeps pestering me like, hey, you can stream on TikTok now. You can stream on TikTok, and I'm like, okay. But who knows? Maybe I'll check it out. I mean, TikTok has been good to me. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if it's worth putting energy into TikTok live is all. Okay, OMG, it's been easiest for me and gets me more views every so often. Well, that's good at least. I mean, I'm not opposed to TikTok streaming. I just would not do TikTok streaming with like my main platform, thus being Twitch or YouTube. So I might, if I were to do TikTok streaming just to try it out, I would probably do it as its own like separate random stream. Just be like, oh yeah, hey, I'm streaming on TikTok for like an hour or two. Come hang out. Just to see how it goes. But outside of that, I have no plans for TikTok streaming at the moment. That sounds scary though. I always get so frustrated when things don't work. Yeah, it's why I like multi-streaming now that I've got it set up, now that I kind of like figure out what I'm doing. But it was definitely a frustration. And I mean, even tonight too, OBS not wanting to work and me being late because of it, just kind of like, yeah, it sucks. But it's all a learning experience. It's all about just learning from your mistakes, as they say. Tony Stark always learns from his mistakes. What is that emote? Oh, Senpai, what is that? Oh, that's my emote? Oh. I promise, Claude, I will have actual emotes on the way. I promise. I'm working with an artist right now who gave me a fantastic deal on both sub badges and emojis. So I promise your sub will not go to waste. I will have emotes for you as soon as they provide them to me, which should be soon. So I still appreciate you subscribing to me on Twitch. It means a lot. And I promise I will have emotes as well as sub badges very, very soon, before the end of the year. And I promise that it will be before the end of the year. So for now, you will have to bear with using the default emojis or the default emotes. I apologize. But yes, I promise before the end of the year that you will have self-specific emotes. The clock is here. Okay. I should have enough time. I mean, right? Yeah, I should have enough time. I commissioned it 15 days ago, almost. So it's getting pretty close to that time frame. Well, not 15 days ago. On the 15th, I should say. So Yes, it should be there. It should be there before the end of the year. I promise. It'll be there before the end of the year. Okay, let's make a bet. What will come first? Will my first long form YouTube video come out first before the end of the year, or will my emotes and sub badges be ready before the end of the year? What do you guys think? How much of the long form is done? It's about, I would say the long form is probably about 50% complete. I am done with the scrubbing phase, and I've started doing a few passes. So I would say it's about 50% done. Like if I lock in tomorrow, I could probably get it done before the end of the year. I just need to sit down and finish going through it. So I guess we'll see, because if I lock in tomorrow and I get the long form video done, I can have it done before Christmas and I'll put it up on Christmas. Emote wise, I just need to talk to the artist again because I'm not sure when those are to be expected. But I'm looking forward to them. I'm really excited. I think they look really, really good. Long form maybe. Art's pretty articulate. That's true. I would say the art should be done before the end of the year as well. I just think that, yeah, I think if I actually lock in tomorrow, I would say that the long form video would be done. I mean, because it's not going to be that long of a video. Maybe I'm predicting it to be like between 5 to 8 minutes long, I think. I know it's funny to be like, oh, well, what if I go for the 10-minute threshold? But it doesn't matter to me because I'm not monetized on YouTube anyway. So I can have the video be as long or as short as I want it to be. So maybe 8 to 10 minutes. I don't know. My memo is supposed to be done within next month too. I'm so excited. Hey, I mean, from what I've seen, it's looking really, really good too. So I'm very excited to see it. I know I want to get like how, of course, how all the other VTubers do it as well. Like you have like your 1.0, your 2.0, new outfits, stuff like that. I want to do stuff like that for this model, but I need to figure out what, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to say this because then it's gonna make me feel like I'm locked to this model forever, but this model is already really, really nice as is. Like I'm really, really happy with this model, but I need to sit down and actually like think about how I can improve upon this model and have that be commissioned and have it be even better, because I really like this model. I really do. I mean, I'm extremely satisfied with it, but I'm gonna need to start figuring out how I can evolve the model, if that makes sense. My model was 150 for ringing the art. I also want to do chibi. I also like a chibi, but I would be torn switching between the two. For rigging an art for 150 is pretty phenomenal, because I paid 150 alone for the rigging of this. I think all in my model was about $300. I think it was 100-ish, 100 for the model art. No. Yes? I can't remember. No, okay. It was 150 for the model, 150 for the rigging, I think. That's 300, right? I'm really bad at math. Yeah, that's 300. I believe that's what it was for my model and my rigging. So, yeah, 150 for the rigging and the art is like, that's a really solid deal. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I think it'll turn out really, really well. I mean, I can, if you so desire. If you so desire. I can become bald. All these basics. I might get Russ to make a jellyfish model. Dude, Russ, I am so happy with how this model turned out. I think I went through some of the the concepts that I was originally going with for this, and I settled on this design, and Russ made such a good model with this. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's so good. It's so good. I'm really happy with it. That's why I'm also kind of like, I need to sit down and figure out how I would evolve this model, because I'm not sure how I would evolve it. I might have some ideas in the future though. Pod. Okay, wait, something I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask you guys this, and get your opinions on it. Do you guys like how I have chat set up to where it has both YouTube chat and Twitch chat, but they're color coordinated to me? Or would you prefer if Twitch chat and YouTube chat were color coordinated to their respective platforms? So I would change the blue to to purple for Twitch, and then I would change the blue for YouTube to red. Or do you think I should just keep it color coded to like my theme? Also, thank you for the highlighted message. Bald. That's also another thing I want to play around with too, Quad, is I would like to I would like to do like more redeems and stuff like that, like more channel redeems and fun stuff like that. Okay. Oh, and for what you mentioned earlier, do you eventually want a humanoid version of your model? I've thought about it, and it really depends on how the humanoid model is done. I don't know. To be completely truthful with you, I don't know, because I like the idea of just continuing like the cephalopod theme and like continuing like the whole octopus theme as an octopus, but a humanoid model has like crossed into my mind. I think it would be cool. It just needs to be done in a style that I like, I think, if I were to get a humanoid model, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they should merge without looking while keeping their current colors. Yeah, the issue with merging them is just the whole apparently Twitch not liking the chats being merged. So that's why I have it set up to where they're really close to each other, so you can tell which chat is which. But okay, I personally think the blue blends better. Okay, that's good. I'll just keep it as is. One thing that I should look at getting is like a little chat box. Unless you guys think the chat on the side of the screen looks good, I was thinking about getting a chat box thing, so I could have like chat be in a box. But I'd say slightly more closer to their colors while keeping the sea theme. I could potentially try it out. I'll have to try it out. Also, thank you for having me, but I'm on my way to work now. Good luck with the rest of your... Well, thank you for coming by, Suku. And yeah, just let me know about the the stream and stuff. Just let me know which game you want to play and stuff, and I'll make sure I'll buy VTube Studio. I think Coral would be cool, Claude. I've seen someone on Twitter who has posted like custom stuff, like custom chat theming. So I would like to get custom chat theming too as well for myself, but I would need to figure out how I would buy it because it was a commission. Unfortunately, it wasn't a I could just go to their shop and buy it. It was a commission for someone. But I think Coral would be cool. I agree. I do think Coral would. I think Coral would be cool. I think just any sort of sea theming for the chat boxes would be pretty cool. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna have to dip. I have a preferred second. I go goodbye. All good because I was looking at the time and I was thinking about heading off myself. So no, it works out all well. So sounds good. Thank you, Claude, for stopping by as well. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna hop off as well. So good night. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good night, gamers. Good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night.